In this specific video, you're going to learn how to add a vertical scroll recent comments widget to your sidebar. Now, the reason why you want to use a vertical scroll box versus a static recent comments widget is simply because as it is moving, it looks almost like a chat box. So in a way, it can be attractive to people who are on your site, who want to be part of that community so that you can begin to grow your community. So for example, if I go to the live site here, by default, the recent comments widget will be installed, and this is what it looks like. However, as you can see here, it's very static and it's not as appealing, and it's to a person who comes to your website. So this is just a very minute and very small thing that you need to do, but it can definitely increase that social proof that you need to build your community. So it's a plugin, and all you need to do is simply go to plugins, click on add new, and we're looking for a specific plugin called vertical scroll recent comments. Click on search plugins, and it's going to be at the very top here. Click on install now. OK. Enter your username for FTP username and password. Click on proceed and click on activate. Now if you go under the settings section and click on the vertical scroll recent comments link, you can configure the plugin. Now as you can see, there's not a lot of settings that you have to configure, and for the most part you can leave this blank. Now, by default, the title says recent comments, and you can change this to community comments, where somebody wants to be part of that community. And you'll notice that with a lot of social networking sites, you can watch a movie and then you can comment, and people feel part of that community. So that's what we're trying to do, is create that community for you. Using a different title is wiser than keeping the old one. So we're going to leave it as community comments. And this here is each comments has a specific height in the widget. So right now it is 60. And we're going to leave that as it is. Here you can display the number of comments at the same time in a scroll. So as it is scrolling, it's going to display 5 comments within the scroll box. So if you want to make it smaller, 4, 3, you probably don't want to go less than 3. You probably want to keep minimum of 4. And here it says enter maximum number of comments to scroll. I would put it maybe 15 or so, or 20. So that way people see different comments that are scrolling. Especially if you have a site and it's not exactly to that point where you have grown that community and you just have a few comments and few comments here and there. This right here, it says enter comment character length is 50 characters long. You can increase that if you want to put more comments inside the box. And once that is done, you can click on update settings. And there are 2 different ways of posting this vertical scroll recent comments box. You can either put it as a widget, which is what we're going to be doing in this specific video, or you can also copy this widget to a specific page and things like that. If you want to put it to a desired location, you will need to copy this code to a specific part of your template. So this is for advanced users. For most of the time, I would keep it as option number 1, and I would go under the appearance section and go to widgets, and there will be a specific widget called the vertical scroll recent comments widget. So all you need to do is simply drag this over to the section of where you want it to go. So in this case, I'm going to drag this to the main sidebar, as you can see here. Now I'm going to go to the live site so you can see what it looks like. Now, as you can see, I kept the static recent comments and the community comments, as you can see here. And if you compare the two, yes, one does scroll and the other one is static. This one definitely looks like more like a chat box. And as people are reading, they see this over here and they can join the community and find out who's commenting on what. If a comment happens to attract somebody's eye, they can go to it. If they can click on here, it goes to that specific post and that specific comment. And of course, if I go back to the widgets page, I can remove the recent comments, the static widget. And if I refresh the page, it'll just show that specific widget. And there we go. And that's it.